Welcome to iSpring's Leadership Series. We are here. This is May 2015, and I'm Gina Schreck, and we have with us Taylor Schreck. Oh, Taylor, you are Taylor Stauffer. Taylor, I still think of her as another Schreck, but Taylor Stauffer is here, and our exciting guest. I'm excited because we have a lot of people, Curtis, who have a great interest in talking to you and hearing from you. So we have with us Curtis Morley, who is, I don't know what your official title is, Curtis, over at eLearning Brothers. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. I'm the president at eLearning Brothers.
And I think you have more of a rock star title.
Let me think about one.
Yeah.
Roadie?
There
Maybe
you go.
sound mixer? I'm not sure. We do have Bro Jovi in the background, as you can see. He's cousin to Bon Jovi. Yeah, I'm president of eLearning Brothers and very happy to be here. I'm excited about this hangout.
Yeah, this is exciting, and again, we'll talk more about the rock star culture you've got there. But tell us for those who aren't familiar with eLearning Brothers, and I can't imagine that there's anyone who's not familiar with eLearning Brothers, but for those who don't, tell us what eLearning Brothers is, and tell us how you kind of got this started.
So, eLearning Brothers, we have one mission. I'll show you our brochure here. And as you can see, that one mission is to create eLearning rock stars.
Love it.
And we do it in one of two ways. And the two ways that we do it is either with the planet's largest eLearning template library, or we also have a custom division. So if a company is overwhelmed with deadlines or need a higher level of technical expertise, we can also build their courses from scratch. So we have the two ways to make eLearning rock stars. One is we'll enable you through templates like games, quizzes, interactions, layouts, skins, anything you really need, cutout people, anything you need to build an amazing course in a third or less at the same time, we have that for you. And that's a yearly subscription that people can subscribe to. And the neat thing about our subscription is that it comes with unlimited downloads. Oh. So instead of just, you pay X number of dollars and you get one or two or you get credits, we open up everything. You can download our entire library if you'd like. And our purpose is to make sure that you are the rock star. And then on the custom side, we've had many clients come back to us after they download the templates, and it's funny because many of them suffer the curse of productivity.
Right.
They'll download our templates, and instead of spending a month to build a course, they'll do it in a week, and then all of a sudden there's 20 more courses. They say, "Wow, you did that so great! Here's 20 more." They come back to us and say, "Help! Help!"
Yeah. So does it come with a warning saying, "Take your time"? You might be like a rock star, slack off a little bit.
What's funny is we were actually at a show, a trade show out in London, England, and it's one of my favorite experiences. I looked down the aisle and I locked eyes with this guy. He was like 6'4", 6'5", must have weighed 350. And I felt like I was on the Serengeti locking eyes with the white rhino because he just started to charge. The guy was charging. He was about 6 rows back, and he just started running towards us. And I thought, oh dear, should I dive out of the way? What should I do? Comes right up to me, wraps his arms around me, just gives me this great big bear hug, and he goes, "Oh, I love you guys!" And he said, "You made me a rock star!" And it was so fun because the story he shared with me, and he did it like this. So it wasn't just a story. He kept doing this the whole time because his boss was around. He goes, "No, you can't tell anyone, but it used to take me a month or more to build the course, and now I do it in a week. The rest of the time," he looks around, "I just play games." Don't tell anyone.
You have that as a disclaimer on there. That's too funny. That's great. That's a great story. And I'll let everyone know that's listening, if you're listening live, you can post your questions you'll see a little area right under the Hangout here that has an area for you to post questions. We'll see them coming in. We're going to try to keep them focused on questions that are for Curtis. So if you have technical iSpring questions, we'll take those questions and we'll get back to you directly with those answers. But definitely feel free to post your questions in here. So fun question or fun story from you. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
And okay, so eLearning Brothers, are you seeing, because we know that one of the things you and I were talking about the other day was rapid e-learning development seems to be like one of the big hot trends. Is that what, do you get a lot of requests for that?
You know, it really is. It's people are finding tools like iSpring and the other tools out there like Tora, etc. That they're starting to get proficient in, but it still takes a lot of time. And so so rapid e-learning development is one of the keys to be able to be effective in a position like an instructional designer, e-learning developer, anyone truly in the e-learning space, is always looking for a way to make it better and make it faster. And so when actually I'll lead back into one of your other questions. You said, how did the company get started? And if I may, this is how the company got started. This is Andrew, and this is his brother Sean. These are the two original e-learning brothers right here when they were just young tykes.
The face of the company.
Yeah. Love the bangs.
Oh, don't you love the bangs? And check out the belt buckles.
Oh, that's
Oh my!
You gotta love the belt buckles.
I knew they were going to go far when they wore those.
Yeah.
It's so true. We have that hanging in our lobby, and if you see the shirt, so here's the e-learning brothers, and Andrew and Sean are the original brothers. I'm a brother from another mother, so.
That's so great. Although you should have put that picture on the shirts. I think it would have done a lot better.
Ooh, that's good thinking.
That would have been.
Limited vintage edition.
So yeah. So what was their reason for starting eLearning Brothers?
Well, both of them, both Andrew and Sean, were in the industry. Sean was at the corporate headquarters for Wendy's, and Andrew was at Zions Bank, both leading the e-learning effort for these different companies. And through a series of events, Sean we're headquartered here in Utah. Sean had moved back to Utah, and he really had a mission in life. He said, we need to eliminate e-learning that sucks.
A good mission.
And so with that, he said, we can provide these amazingly well-designed and highly functional, very interactive and engaging templates, so that instead of a CLO or a head of HR having to hire a graphic designer, hire an instructional designer, hire an e-learning developer, hiring a web developer, hiring a programmer, hiring a photographer, instead of all of that, let's provide all of that for them, so all they have to focus on is what's really important. And that piece is the material, the content that people are trying to learn. So instead of spending hours doing a photo shoot, spend hours with professional photos, but then spend hours doing the content. Really focus on what is going to make this the most effective learning.
That's interesting. It seems so basic, but what a great, it was a need that definitely wasn't being fulfilled at that time.
Yeah, and at the time, truly, it was a matter of instructor-led training. It was still flip charts, and if people were lucky, they were going to be doing PowerPoints. Some of the e-learning authoring tools that we have today weren't even on the market back when eLearning Brothers started, which is about 6 years ago. And so yeah, that was the mission, is to stop e-learning that sucks.
That sucks. And are you seeing other trends in the e-learning area that you're getting lots of requests for?
There are. There's a lot of people that are really looking at interactive. And if you look at the download patterns with the templates, what we're seeing that people like the most are they really love our games because it takes 3 to 4 weeks to build a highly interactive game.
Right.
With our games, people are able to download it, and in about an hour they can change the color, they can add their logo, they can put in all their questions, and it just works.
That's cool.
They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to program it. They don't have to do any of that. All they have to do is say what questions and do we want and how do we want this game to interact.
That's cool. And remember, everybody, if you have questions, definitely put your questions in the Q&A area because we'll pull those in as they come in as it makes sense. So you're seeing a lot of those trends. Are you finding that companies are? I mean, it seems like they still are hiring departments and groups of people that need to do all this. But what do you find is the biggest challenge to implementing great e-learning?
That's a great question. Yeah, we find that the industry is really starting to grow up, if that makes sense. That people are taking e-learning seriously as a discipline, rather than just having an HR department that says, "Oh, we should do something online," but physically dedicating resources to e-learning and making sure that it can be delivered through the various different platforms. That's one thing we're really starting to see a maturity in the industry is that people are taking mobile very seriously. Mobile and tablet and other things, and having a higher level of interactivity with it, including video.
Right. Yeah, that is interesting. And are you finding that are you able to keep up with all the new tools, and how are you doing that? It seems like there's so many things out there with developing content for mobile and in the e-learning world right now. How do you keep sane?
That is that is something that is always on our radar, and luckily we've been very blessed to have great relationships with all the tools and like iSpring and the others, and being able to be on the beta. Yeah, one thing that we really pride ourselves about is being able to when a new software launches. So I know a couple of them are slated to come out in the near future. We'll be on the beta with that. So we'll be able to work with the companies to produce the templates or to take our existing templates and make them work in the new tools.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does take a lot of effort. I'll tell you that. It takes a lot of effort.
I'm sure. It's like a team. I mean, we always say it's like it takes a team, and everybody kind of hears or plays with one new tool at a time. And just to try and keep up with the pace that there's, that the tools come out. So that makes now. And speaking of that, how big is eLearning Brothers?
So we've got our headquarters in American Fork, Utah, and shoot, it seems like we're hiring new people every week. So I'm probably going to give you an inaccurate count.
Yeah, right.
But I believe here in our Utah office, I believe we're around 45. And then we've got a group back east. I think we're 6 or 8 in the Ohio region, and then we've got some other contractors just scattered across the U.S.
Right. Okay. So, which leads me to the question, because I've seen eLearning Brothers booth at the conferences, and we see your rock stars behind you, scary as they look right now. But you always tend to have this really fun culture at the conferences. Is that the way it is back at your office?
It's so fun you asked that question because just last night, the Utah Valley Business Magazine sent an email over and said, "We love your culture. Can we include you in an article on culture?" And they said, "What are some of the things that you guys do that are so unique to eLearning Brothers?" And I started listing them. I realized, wow, there's actually a lot of these. Some of the things we do is, for example, we'll celebrate bro days. So very similar to birthdays, but bro days, yeah. So we'll have a cake, we'll have candles, we'll sing, and it's on the anniversary of when someone was hired. As well, each year we sponsor a Ragnar team. So it's a 200-mile relay, and the employees get to run it. And so we stick 12 people in a van, or two vans, and we run this relay together. But one of the things that really builds the culture there is not even the race. The race happens over a 30-hour time period, but it's the training. Everybody will bring their clothes to the office, and I'll go for a run after work, and just things like that. One of my personal favorites is the monthly haircut. We hire a stylist to come into the office and give free haircuts to everyone in the office.
Okay, the guy behind you obviously hasn't signed up.
We need to talk.
Do you have somebody that comes in and gives haircuts?
We do.
Yeah. I love it. So really, it's a fun place, a fun environment, and then everyone's learning constantly. It encourages you to want to continue learning and stay sharp.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think we really do right is we really focus on the right people. That's a very important thing to us. Is that we have good people, loyal people that really want to see the company succeed, and even more than that, want to see our customers succeed.
Yeah.
And there's a real investment that people feel working here.
That's cool. Well, here's a question. It looks like this is from Guido. Okay, Guido, and correct me, Guido, if I'm reading your question wrong, because I don't know if you're talking about iSpring or eLearning Brothers. It says the pricing plans can be difficult for freelancers. How to make an offer to a paying customer without using the real material. I don't know if that makes sense, or we might need more clarification on that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, Guido, you might have to give us a little more detail on that one. I'm not sure that I understand. Are you talking about iSpring product pricing plans? Because there's different products. And then, yeah, how is eLearning Brothers? Is it just basically a company hires you to help them create things, or like you said, I can just purchase the templates and I can purchase pieces?
Yeah. So going back to our brochure here. So the template library itself consists of cutout people. So you get tens of thousands of cutout people that are all in different poses. And one thing that's unique, if you go to like an iStock photo, for example, and you try and find the same person in different poses,
right,
they actually disallow that. The same photographer can't upload the same person with different poses. It's against their policies.
Oh,
that's exactly what eLearning needs.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right.
And so, like this lady here, I think she has a couple hundred different poses. So she can actually host your course as you go through. So, so as well, we have our games. So we have a whole suite of eLearning games. We have some sports ones, some business ones, some game show type games. And you'll notice over here is this is what, here I'll get a little closer. This is what it looks like in a desktop format. Well, this is that same game in mobile. So many of our templates come pre-built to be responsive.
Perfect.
We've also got a whole series of interactions, and we're starting to focus on this infographic, an interactive infographic type feel. We've got course starters. So this is our Mission Possible course starter, where we actually built out an entire themed course for you. All you have to do is put in your content. So the course has tabbed interactions, it has the full layout, it has games all built in. So if you, this is great, because if you have an absolutely unrealistic deadline, like there's no way you can meet it,
right? Just
grab our course starter, and you can have a full course done in less than a week.
Yeah, and that's what I would think when you're looking at pricing. I always ask people, it's like depends on what you're comparing it to. If you had to hire people to create all these, and then bring someone in to create the game, and then this is so easy. This is off the shelf. You've done all the work, so it's very easy for someone, even in a small firm where you're the whole learning and development department as one person. This would be the way to go. It seems really easy to, turnkey, download. Yeah.
Going back to the idea of rapid development, that's exactly it. That's what we want. We want to make happen is just a very, very turnkey solution.
Yeah, that was to say that makes it super easy. So looking into your crystal ball and all the ears you have working there, what do you see? Do you see any new trends or things coming down that you kind of think that people should be aware of or start cool tools to watch?
Well, without saying too much, um, keep your eyes peeled because eLearning Brothers is going to be announcing some very exciting things here in the very short future. So in the very near future, we're going to have a couple exciting things and things that iSpring users in particular will be very attuned to. So I hope I didn't let any cats out of the bag, but keep your ears to the ground because it's some pretty exciting stuff.
That's it. Okay. See, now we're all on the edge of our seats. Yeah, that is interesting. Do you have a favorite tool when you look at your e-learning tool bag that you tend to use a lot?
What in particular do you mean?
I don't know. I'm always looking at what are people's favorite tools, apps, things that you use personally.
Yeah, there's amazing tools out there, and I think many of them have their own strengths. If I were just to go down the line, iSpring is obviously phenomenal, especially for just getting it quick. It's really relatable to people that have used PowerPoint and really easy to understand.
Right.
And so,
super, pay you to say that.
Super easy transition from PowerPoint to iSpring. I think the most powerful tool on the market is Lectora. Lectora just has amazing features, and if you really want to become a programmer in e-learning development, Lectora for sure. Adobe has done amazing things with their responsive and being able to turn responsive. Lectora as well in their last conference just announced responsive. And Storyline is probably if you've never done anything ever, Storyline is probably the easiest tool to just pick up and start being productive with.
Cool. Okay, here's some more questions. How does translation work within the templates? I develop content in Brazilian, Portuguese. Is everything able to be translated?
Awesome question. And the answer is yes. We've actually got quite a few clients in Brazil that use the templates. And as long as your keyboard can type Brazilian or Portuguese, Portuguese, then it will accept any of the text.
Cool. That's a cool one. Here's another question, and that was from Lucas. Thanks, Lucas, on that one. This one is from Guido. If I need to show a customer some content, what's the best way to be close to the real thing before it's finished? Is there a way to demo?
That will depend on your LMS and what you've got to be able to put it out there. I know Lectora has a really neat tool that will let you demo, but also is just for review. And then, it really all depends on your LMS of what you're able to demo. If you're doing just an in-office demo, then you can just publish your files and show people around you. But if you want to demo something online, then it would really be dependent on your learning management system.
Cool. Let me see. There's Paulina's taking the question. Paulina's on here answering some of the specific iSpring questions. Again, if you have a specific iSpring question, we'll make sure we get you the answer that directly to you if it's not immediately kind of tied in here. But this is so great, and I know we're coming to a close here. Curtis, if people want to get a hold of you, I guess if they wanted to ask you personally a question, are you on social media? How do they get a hold of you personally?
I am, you bet. And can I enter right into the chat over here? Let's see. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter handle is SpeedClimb.
Oh, see, there we go again, back to the climbing.
That's right.
You'll have to ask him about his climbing ventures and his bucket list of places to climb. So SpeedClimb, so at SpeedClimb.
Yep, at SpeedClimb.
And then if people want to work with eLearning Brothers and they want to find out more information, how can they get a hold of eLearning Brothers?
Yeah, so if you want to get a hold of eLearning Brothers, the best way is through the website, which is elearningbrothers.com, or they can call in directly at 801-796, or that's our phone number, 2767. So.
Okay, so that's eLearningBrothers.com, not .com.
Oh, there.
That's okay. I think we got you. I think we got you, but you never know. Some people might say it just didn't work. But the phone number for those who missed it, 801-796-2767. But just go to the website. You'll find all the information there. eLearning Brothers, and it is plural. So I guess I have one last question. Where are all the eLearning sisters?
Let's go introduce you to some.
Oh, are the sisters? Sister!
There we go. We're going through the office. You can see the foosball table. There it is.
You just make them get haircuts each week so that they keep short hair like the brothers?
It's so true. Rosie, say hi. We're live with
Hi.
with the.
Hey! Hey!
There's Rosie.
eLearning sisters.
That's right.
We've got eLearning sisters. That's right. There we go. Oh, I hear Misty. Say hi, Misty.
Hello to
Hello.
A lot of people. They're standing in the background as well. In our wall of fame over here.
Hi, world.
Yeah, we've actually got quite a few. And if you see us at the conferences, especially DevLearn,
Right.
you'll be able to meet quite a few of the brothers and sisters. So, oh my goodness, look at this. We've got a special guest star.
Oh, look.
everyone.
It's Andrew Sibley, one of the original brothers.
That's right. Wait, now are you the one that had the great bangs?
That's the what?
We showed him the picture of when you guys were young.
Oh,
She wanted
I
to
was
know.
the tall, dark, and handsome one.
That one.
Oh, the one with the great belt buckle.
Oh yeah, the belt buckle, the nice leather carved.
That's great. Well, we enjoy learning about eLearning Brothers
Great, good to see you.
and sisters.
Let's see if we can get Sean in here as well. Oh, there he is.
There's Sean right there. Look, you're just catching everybody in the act right there.
Yeah.
I am. I'm surprising them all. So.
Happy learning.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, we're good.
The eLearning world is getting to meet you. And will you guys be at the eLearn conference coming up?
I won't. I'm not sure who on the team's going to be there, but they haven't been working too hard around here.
Yeah, but you'll have some folks there.
I think we are going to have a couple people there. We're not exhibiting at that one, but I think we're going to have a couple people at the show. So look for the orange shirts.
Yeah, look for the famous orange shirts.
Awesome. See you guys.
Buy
Bye.
orange shirts and great belt buckles. That's
Yep.
going to be somebody from eLearning Brothers.
Yep, orange shirts and great belt buckles.
That's the new slogan right there. Well, Curtis, thank you for taking time to share with us more about what eLearning Brothers does and more about the fun culture there. If anybody needs a haircut, look for Apply Online.
Come on down. We'll get you a job and a haircut. There we go.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much. This has been really fun. And thank you, everyone who tuned in. And we'll see you all next month at iSpring's Leadership Series.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.